Yep, it's time. Are we on? I don't see any.
We are.
I don't see any. Where's the thing down there that shows the bits? It's not there tonight.
The kilobits. I've got a menu up blocking the way.
I see that.
All right, we're disheveled.
We're disheveled.
Apparently, we are.
Are you gonna be shoveled?
I don't know.
I've
Shoveling. There it is. We have kilobits.
Okay, and I've got something here.
We're live. Hello, everyone.
I got something wrong on my computer.
I'm Kim of Kim Fixes Things. You can find my channel also on YouTube, although I haven't posted anything in a while. I am here on the Buff Del Campo channel with your host, Buff Del Campo.
Buff Del Campo.
You're rubbing your eye. You're supposed
something
to be...
in my eye that's other than my eyeball, and it's
was your
bothering me.
big chance, and instead you're like
sticking my finger in my eye because there's something in there. I think I got it out. I don't know.
Welcome everyone. Welcome people who were in Kiwis Live and have now come here. I hope you enjoyed an extra hour tonight. We've turned back the clocks, and that's not really why. We've just decided to start a little later. We are night owls, and this gives people more chance to prepare. Hopefully we don't lose too many of the East Coast viewers.
That's what I'm afraid of a little bit. We'll start losing the East Coast viewers, but we'll try. I did go into Kiwis and type a couple messages in there, but then I had to get back to what I was doing here. But it is kind of nice to be able to see him because, you know, we never do. We're completely overlapped with each other.
Sometimes I watch some of the replay, but it's just not the same as live. I like the community interaction of the lives. Although probably half of the people who view this stream are watching it on the replay. They must be working or doing something. They sometime later on in the day, they watch the replay. So if you're here on the replay, welcome. Try and get here during the live. It's fun. We can interact. If you're watching the replay, look for a button that allows you to view the chat replay, because we're going to be communicating, interacting with the chat as much as we can. That's the point of being live, I think. But we will do our best to read the comments aloud and read the names of the people so you can sort of follow along with what's going on in the chat conversation. Hopefully it can still be a little bit entertaining. And as always, we will have these pictures because we are in our studio on Tuesday night. It gives us this magic. We could show you pictures. And
Braden has asked the same question twice, so
already
it's time to answer him.
Okay.
Roadsters and convertibles.
Roasters.
Although
is that some kind of chicken wings?
It's roasters. Roadsters. Big chicken show.
You know what?
Those are roasters. This is roadsters. Like on the road, not roast. Road.
Mexican Specs asked if I'm feeling better, and I was having a sinus infection last week, and it has cleared up. And finally, my eyes were kind of out of focus. It was weird, and that finally, like yesterday, I finally noticed that was gone.
Oh, hippie long.
There's already a bunch of people in the chat. I'm sorry that we're ignoring you, but I have to do the things.
I'm trying to keep up with stuff that's time sensitive.
Well,
Hippie long. He says, I'm off to visit a roommate in the hospital. We'll try to be back. Okay, that's time sensitive. Go on.
All right, Hippie Long. I'm glad you were here. Wish your roommate well on our behalf, and don't rush on the roads. I was watching on Kiwi. They were saying we're supposed to get like a foot of snow or more, 20 inches of snow.
I have no idea about 20 inches.
I don't know either. That sounds insane. Well, Kiwi's south of here, so he's talking about he expects it to come. So anyways, we have this magical green screen. It allows us to show pictures.
If we had 20 inches of snow, I'm not going anywhere.
No, we don't have to. But there's going to be some people who try to.
I'm not even going to walk to the shop. I'm not even going to walk off our porch. I'm going to wait till it melts.
Nashville doesn't have like snow plows like they have up north. They don't have enormous salt piles to go out. They don't have the staff. There's just not, it's not something we can handle here. You just have to stop and let it pass. I can make us big.
We're big. big.
I can make the car incredibly big if we want to look at details. We can travel through time to our dyno room.
Bruce Culch, did you see it? Russia had 2 meters of snow. Well, Russia's covers what, 8 time zones or 9 time zones? Where did they have the snow? That's huge. What happened, Kim? We got a black background.
We can look at the internet, which we
Oh.
will probably do. And on this screen over here, Buff Del Campo will read your emails. And hopefully, if you're following along with this on a weekly basis, you know that when we have a topic like roadsters, we invite people to send us pictures. And of course, you can send us pictures of roadsters if there's something that you like, that you want to discuss, talk about, you just think is neat, something you think is hideous, send us all of that stuff. But also, we love the real life, like in real life stuff. Send us a picture of you. Send us a picture of your shop, of your driveway, of your car, of your cat, your dog, your snake.
Or your cat in a roadster. Cats are probably not.
Just don't send us a bunch of AI slop. We get
No
enough
AI
of
slop.
that.
No AI slop.
But yeah,
I'm downloading pictures right now, so that's why I'm looking over here and ignoring what Kim's saying.
and we are of the belief that there is enough success and good fortune on the internet for everyone. We don't have to hoard it all up just for ourselves. If you are doing something creative and you want to share it with the group, you're allowed to do that in our chat. If we have moderators who have things, they'll put in links to your channel or your new anything. And most of you know that already because you've been here before. But in case someone's new and they're not familiar with how things work, we're just really cool like that. There's a lot of places they don't want you advertising. They've worked really hard to build their audience and they don't want you in here plugging your stuff. But you know what? We got here, the community that brought us here to where we are, where we have some visibility, they were very generous with that. And I just feel like that would be pretty garbage of us if we were like, look, no advertising your stuff on our stream after we just did it for like 3 years straight. So we are happy to have everyone here. We spent a lot of time this weekend watching Mexican Spec move around some kind of, what was it? It was a Mopar something. I don't remember what it is. And that was kind of neat. And we got to see, he was even on the beach live on Sunday night. Wasn't it Sunday night? You got to watch the
I think it was Monday.
The waves lapping on the shore as they chatted about cars and whatnot. That was cool. And I better start reading the chats because stuff's rolling by.
And we've
ignoring
had
it.
7 minutes of stuff, 8 minutes of stuff rolling by. And yeah.
Did you see on the news where Russia had 2 meters of snow?
I read that already.
I was watching some video. I mean, it's up past the front doors, big piles and drifts. What, you want me to go back up there?
Yeah, because you're just.
We're scrolling back.
Okay, just. Oh, okay, go. Now I know what it is. Okay, so go back so we're current. It's just there's like 4 or 5 pages that scroll by and we're not.
Sometimes we miss chats. We try and read everyone's chats, but sometimes we miss chats. You're allowed to repeat yourself. Don't spam your message, but you're allowed to repeat yourself if we don't respond because we try to want to do everybody.
Steve Edwards says, I got laid off Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry, no. Steve. Ugh.
What kind of work do you do? Let's see. Sunday night was. Bummer Steve, yep. Mexican Spec says that's terrible, or is it?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so Mexican Spec said this Thunderbird is stunning. It's a 64 Thunderbird, and it's one of the ones that they, Ford, I don't know what they called it, but it's a roadster. They have this fiberglass top that goes on there. I got a picture of that somewhere here.
In resale red.
And so they have this
that's
thing.
A neat picture.
They have this thing.
Can you zoom in on it?
I can. They have that thing. that covered up. I don't even know if these had a back seat, but they had that thing on there. It made it into like a 2-seat roadster. And I don't even know if they had a top that came up on those. I don't know. But anyway, that's what that is. And they did it for the third generation, which was 61, 2, and 3, and the fourth generation, which is 64, 5, and 6. They did it those 6 years only. So, Steve Edwards says, cabinet shop. Because the people I know that are hiring are not cabinet shop. I know somebody that's probably hiring that's a more aircraft-oriented kind of person.
Crash Roadrunner Garage is here. Welcome in.
Crash Roadrunner Garage.
I'm sorry I didn't do welcomes to everyone. Everyone hears the sound of my voice, even if you are watching afterwards. You don't have to be here live, but just anybody who sees this moment in the chat is getting 3 points because I didn't award any yet. I'm sorry. I appreciate everybody who was here on time. I know a bunch of people are jumping, probably watching us and Kiwi or bouncing back and forth, and that's fine too. We're going to be here for a while yet. But,
so
it's fun
Lester,
to see the
he's seeing
beginning.
Lester Saber is here. Okay, so.
One of these days we're going to catch the algorithm. We'll have like hundreds of people in here all at once.
I'm going to start with the pictures, Kim.
Please do.
Okay,
so if you want to send in pictures, we will be here for a while, so you have time. You can send them to buffdelcampo@gmail.com, and we'll get them right now, and we can look at them. We're going to start doing that. We'll try and look at your pictures while you're here.
Okay, I'm going to start clicking through these. You can keep talking if you want. I'm going to be distracting.
I think we will be Dean-free for another 50 minutes. Yeah, he enjoys the Kiwi show, and that's pretty cool.
Because he's a Kiwi.
I enjoyed it. I watched at least the first half hour of Kiwi show, but I didn't know what to say. Because, it's like, why are you here, Kim? Don't you stream? It's like, it would be rude. I didn't want to be rude. So I was just watching to see what was going on. I noticed a lot of you were over there. But I have a feeling in about 50 minutes we'll get stormed with people, and that'll be fun. And we'll actually enjoy it. We need some emotes or something like that. This is the back of a Ford Thunderbird.
66 Thunderbird, the first year that had the taillight that went all the way across, and I thought that looked so cool in 66. So I grabbed a picture of it, and it is a convertible. I grabbed some pictures tonight. See, there's a 66 convertible. That was the last year they did the, or Roadster. It's the last year they did the Roadster. And it has the full width taillight, which I just, when I was building model cars, I took one of those and I narrowed that taillight up. And I made the back of a Mustang so it had that thing that went down the, I fixed the trunk so it had that dip in the middle. And I put that on the back of a 66 Mustang Fastback. And I thought that tail looked really good in that model car. But anyway, maybe I'll find that model car someday.
Are those period correct tire patterns?
Yes.
The white walls?
The white walls, starting in 1961, started getting thinner like this. They weren't the big wide white walls. I see people put these big wide white walls on 60s or 70s cars because they're old cars and they think they're supposed to have a wide white wall. It just looks stupid. Because the last ones that on the factory cars were fairly wide, they went all the way to the rim in 1960. By 61, they went to this, where it was, and the stripe got thinner and thinner as years went on. And this is about right for 66.
Berm B.
Oh, and that's our, why is that so huge, Kim?
I don't know. You'll have to zoom out a little bit.
No. Oh, maybe it is me.
It is.
Yeah, I can't zoom out any further.
It's just a big picture.
That was our thumbnail, but I wanted to say that's a 62.
Thank you, Todd. I do. I washed my face and brushed my hair. Yep. No, I put some lipstick on. Try and look a little nice on Tuesday. I really wasn't feeling myself last week or maybe the week before, so I try and look okay. Okay. Burm asks, will a diesel turbinator VGT turbo setup work on a petrol engine?
Does anybody know the answer to that?
So,
Well, you're a turbo person more than I am, so.
yes and no. A diesel is going to run at a lot lower RPM than a gasoline engine. So, petrol engine. So, the spooling is not going to be mated properly.
Well, it depends on the size of the engine, right?
It depends on the size of the engine, and it depends on the RPM range, and it depends on the size of the turbo. So the shorter answer is no. You're not just going to like take one off of a diesel and put it on and get good results. But it is possible that the same design of turbo works on one kind of diesel engine and one type of gas engine, but the chances of just randomly picking one that works is
Lester LeSabre sent some roadster pictures.
Welcome in, Faith.
This is the beginning of the ones from Lester LeSabre. Go on, Kim.
Lester LeSabre says, I like the bullet birds. Which ones are considered the bullet birds?
This one I had up there a minute ago.
The 60.
61 through those. 61 through 63. And the 63 had 3 little hash marks on the door that the 61s and 2s didn't have. That's how you can tell it's 63.
Yeah.
But that's the one that's, I think, called the Bullet Birds. They had names for all of them. And I don't remember what all. I know the ones before this were the Square Birds and then Bullet Birds, and I don't remember all of them.
Okay, you can go back to the other Roadster.
Okay.
That is a really, really pretty build. It's got the pinstripes and the baby moon caps and it's even got the white light. It just really got a lot of details on it. That's nice.
I'd drive that. And you notice the period correct kind of wheels. They got hubcaps and painted wheels and the wide white walls. I don't know if I like those so much, but I mean, it is period correct for that kind of style roadster.
I just think it looks nice because of all the different contrasting colors and stuff like that. Somebody really, really went all out on that. How much do you think it would cost to build a car like that?
You gonna pay somebody to do it, or are you and I gonna do it in the garage?
$25,000-$30,000 to put something like that together. See, this one has more modern tires. It doesn't look so, but it does look very sporty.
It looks very.
That
tall.
other one looked really done up. This one's got no fenders, and
which one belonged to Ricky Nelson?
Probably the green one.
It could be.
Mexican Spec says Mrs. Spec would love to clean those wire wheels. Is she a chrome person, or are you making fun of the fact that she would hate having to deal with that? What do you need?
I don't know. I'm able to scroll out a little bit.
Okay.
Because it seems real close in. I don't know.
Lester LeSabre said the green one belonged to Ricky Nelson. And I know the name, but I can't think of what was Ricky Nelson famous for?
Well, there was a show called The Nelsons, which was, I don't know, Ozzie and Harriet was the name of the show. Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, and then they had 2 boys that were David and Ricky Nelson. And it was a big thing in the late 50s, early 60s. And then Ricky Nelson was also a guitar player and singer, and then he died in an airplane crash. So I think they got the thing on the ground, but they burned up. They had a fire on board. It was an old DC-3, and it's an unfortunate crash.
Mexican Spec says it was sarcasm. I guess Mrs. Spec would not love to clean the chrome. Todd Saw says, it's all about matching the turbo specs to your engine displacement and horsepower goals.
Yep.
Right. You have to match the exhaust turbine to the exhaust output of your engine, and then you have to put the impeller turbine has to match what you want to reach as far as boost numbers. So there's, mixing and matching to get it all. And that's something somebody knows what they're doing.
Completely missing saying hi to people tonight.
We are. Hi, John Wilburn.
Yeah, John Wilburn, Extra Spec, all of Luis has been here quite a bit. I've been watching him scroll by.
Yes.
Todd saw, and we missed a whole lot of people. I'm sorry. We just got rolling quickly on something else.
Are you eating something?
I had to put my throat is about to start going in a sneezing fit, so I put a cough drop in. I'm sorry. I have to do that. I'd rather have the cough drop noise than the sneezing fit.
Than the coughing? I see. Faith says Kim and Buffy should do a food challenge. That would be a good video. We could do a food challenge.
Oh my God.
We'll come up with one.
See, and what happened to me was I went to the doctor, got a new doctor again. They seem to just come and go and come and go.
They do.
So this guy, I had gained weight over, did I already talk about this on here? I had gained weight during Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything. I put about 15 pounds on. So this new guy looks and he goes, tell me what's going on with your weight. And he's kind of gruff. This guy's like about 40 and just, he's kind of gruff. And I said, yeah, I put 15 pounds on. I'm going to have to lose it. He says, you're going to lose it. I said, yeah. He goes, he leans forward and looks at me and goes, are you really going to lose it or are you just saying that? So I said, no, I'm really going to lose it. So I don't remember what day that was. It was like half a week ago, like 4 days ago at least, 5 days ago. I've been eating nothing but, I know how to lose weight. Just eat vegetables and salads and have like one piece of chicken a week or something, and something for so little protein. And so that's how I've been eating.
Todd Zaw said that would be a minimum $75K build, not including the original purchase of the car. Wow! We're in the wrong business. We need to be building 75K roadsters.
Brayden says the doctor told her she had coronavirus. She bought a new laptop. Oh yeah, my laptop got coronavirus.
Oh no.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I didn't say anything about that one. I do like, see that was kind of a thing, having those deals on the carburetors back then, and 6 carburetors. That's pretty cool looking.
Boy, that's a lot of
slicks.
Lot of chrome.
Hey, white wall slicks. I want white wall slicks.
Oh, they are white wall slicks. That's
I don't remember. I remembered, I guess, but I haven't seen them in so long.
What do you think of those little bumper hoops?
I gotta go back again. Oh yeah, and that was a thing, like in the 60s, making stuff like the early 60s. Those kind of things. And look at the Radios rods. They got the same kind of hoops, you know? They're chrome.
Uh-huh. And now, I wonder if those are open headers or if they block off plates and mufflers underneath.
You know, they might go underneath the car and back with, like you say, but I don't know. I mean, that would be loud. Yeah, it's not streetable like that. But so they probably go underneath the car.
Todd Saw says that if you don't eat carbs and sugar, the weight falls off fast. Yeah, he'll lose weight fast if he stops eating all that bread.
That's what happened. Thanksgiving and Christmas, that whole part in there, I started cheating a little. And Kim has oatmeal cookies around. I grab an oatmeal cookie sometimes. And then we had bread and we had hamburger buns. And instead of just eating a plain hamburger on a plate, I put it in a bun with all this stuff on it. It's so good. And I did several of those. And then I cheated a little more. And I go to the doctor and it's 15 pounds. Like, whoops. Okay. Got to end the and the sugar. No sugar. Got to end the carbs. So my carb intake's about, I don't know what, 30, 40 grams a day, something like that.
What do you think about this?
Such is life.
What do you think about this roadster? It's very simple.
Look at the finned drum brakes up front. And I cut the top off. Sorry about that.
You could barely see them, but yeah, it's got finned drum brakes.
And they tilted the windshield back some. I think that's a good amount. I see some roadsters that tilted way back doesn't look right, or straight up and down even looks right. I don't want to tilt it back.
Which do you like better, with some fenders or with no fenders?
Well, some places you wouldn't be allowed to drive this.
An open wheel car. I don't think you're allowed to have open wheel cars on, well, I don't know.
I don't know about here. Like in Arizona, you could drive that, but in California, I bet you couldn't drive that.
Lester LeSabre says that the dark green is Ring Brothers. I don't know who that is either. The Roadsters are...
Can you? I know this is I can't back off any further. I don't think. Is there something you have done to? There we go. Okay, all right.
Is that a little better?
Yeah. Because I was struggling with that.
He was struggling.
So, I do like this.
Braden, we don't mind some jokes, but your mama jokes are kind of played, hon. But it's fine. So, what do you think of this one? See, this one, I like the fenders that are just like little
fenders.
fenders.
But I like this. I like this.
I mean,
and once
I'm not
again,
complaining that this is bad or anything.
I like the old Ford hubcaps on there. No giant, 22-inch wheels or anything. This looks good.
I would like to see the tan in the wheels. I would like to see them bring that somewhere into the car, an inlay in the car or a pinstripe or something.
But I think this looks pretty good.
That grabs that color.
Still.
That's right, Mexican Spec. He doesn't know how old those jokes are. To him, they're new again. I heard those jokes a long time ago. I'm not going to admit how long ago.
40-year-old.
We were telling those jokes.
I remember those jokes in the early 80s. Early 80s. I know where I was. And those jokes were going around 1980, 81, 82. And I don't know. They may have been old then,
It might be light yellow Mexican Spec. It's hard to tell because the sun glare in that photo. Boy, we just moved right on. Okay.
I'm sorry. I got a lot of pictures here, and I want to start getting through them.
It's not a bad thing. What's the hood ornament on this car?
What is that? Is that Jaguar?
It looks like maybe it's a puppy dog.
It's a Greyhound or something?
Yeah. It says Ford, though.
I don't know. Does anybody know why that is there? Somebody likes it, or was it a Ford thing that I don't know about?
I think that's something random. Boy, what do you think of the true spoke wheels?
Yeah, those are real spoke wheels. It's Mrs. Spec wheels. Oh, what is this? What is this? It doesn't say. What's the name of the photo? 10.jpg.
Olive says this one with the side bulges in the louvers. What was with the side bulges?
I'll go back to that because I saw that and it was kind of interesting. Look at that. That is very unusual.
They must have had to squeeze something in there.
That's very unusual.
There's some engine in there that doesn't actually fit.
An alternator or something. I don't know. That is interesting.
Mexican Spec says those are easy to clean.
So
these ones, I'll bet you not so much. Wow, now there's a car.
So Lester LeSabre says this is an Allard, and that's
I don't know what an Allard is.
That's an Allard.
But what is it? Is it American car or is it French
Allard,
car?
American, is it British or what is it? I don't really know.
Bugatti? I don't think Luis is right.
It was Lester LeSabre that sent the picture in, so I'll take his word for it. What West Coast food chain would you want to try? It's only out in the West Coast. I think they're all going to be leaving out there. What did I like out there? Well, what is it, In-N-Out that moved out here?
Yeah, I think they left California.
They left California. They might have some restaurants left there, but they moved to Tennessee. Yeah, now you're talking. Yeah, Lester Sabre says it's British. Yeah, they're here.
It's British.
British.
Is that a split axle or is that a solid front axle. See how it kind of, it's hard to
It
tell if
does
that's a
look like
solid axle.
looks like a solid axle, doesn't it?
Well, not with the way it curves down. I'm unsure.
Mexican Spec says Tommy's Burgers is the best. Tommy's Burgers is the partner, but with a different spelling. So, Mexican Spec in Mexico. Man, it's fun riding around with you. But I see a lot of American kind of names like fast food and stuff. And then I see things that I don't recognize. So, is there a chain of restaurants in Mexico that's not in the U.S. that does hamburgers that would be good down there? Man, I watch that. It just makes me want to go to Mexico, except, man, I don't know the language enough at all. And I don't know the customs well, and I'd probably get in trouble pretty quickly.
Trouble?
So, yeah,
No
because
trouble.
I don't, I do something stupid. And Mexican Spec drives across Mexico. He's not going to do something stupid because he knows everything. It's just like if you were new to the U.S. and you might not understand what's going on. Man, I was watching some guy and a girl, young couple. And they were from somewhere in Europe. I don't remember what country. And they'd come to the U.S. and they spent like 3 or 4 weeks there, and they went back. And somebody was asking them what was the most surprising thing about the U.S. What was different about the U.S. And she goes, we were there for 4 weeks and we never saw anybody with a gun and nobody got shot. I'm like, yeah. So you know what the mantra is in Europe is there a bunch of gunslinging killers, and so I don't know. I'm comfortable in the U.S. because I understand what the U.S. is about, and I understand how to stay out of trouble in the U.S., and I understand all that. If I go to Mexico, man, if I'm in a border town, I'm okay because it's all Americans and Canadians there, and I kind of interact and I get the hell out, But to go all the way across the interior of Mexico, I'd make some mistakes, and I'd probably say some stupid things, and might get myself in trouble. Buff, the In-N-Out stores will remain in California. It's the granddaughter that runs the company that moved to Tennessee. Yeah, the reason I say there's some problems with fast food in California right now. So they have they passed a law recently that people in fast food restaurants have to make at least $20 an hour. Well, they're going to have a hard time paying that without raising the prices way up. And then did they kill their clientele? I don't know. So
Where's that at?
California. So I don't know what's going to happen there. My guess is there's going to be some fast food places that aren't going to be able to stay in business.
So,
There's a whole political mess that I don't want to get into. Okay, let's see here. It'll be interesting anyway. Mexican Spec says there are no national chains. Local cities have multiple locations. You might have noticed that even at gas stations, there are no big name places to eat. Yeah, I did notice that. I also noticed you have places that look like interstate highways, but then where there's gas, it's just like a big paved pull-off. You don't have to take an exit and go to a place like off the exit. It's just right there. And that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it makes it quick and it makes it convenient.
Mark Sauvé is here. Welcome in. We're talking about roadsters tonight.
And riding across Mexico with Mexican Spec is like the roads are damn good. They're a lot like they are here, but there are some little differences. There's those white striped like speed bumps that I couldn't figure it out at first because sometimes he starts going over and they go tap 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 tap, and then I don't see why they're there. Other times they do that and it's to tell you to slow down because they're coming up to a toll booth. And man, the one that got me was the toll booth that some citizens had taken over the toll booth, and there's a cop sitting over there watching it all, and the citizens had a cardboard box, and they're collecting the tolls, and they're letting people through, and so the citizens are collecting the tolls, not the state. So he said it was some kind of a protest. That's a pretty odd protest. I mean, that wouldn't happen here. So that was pretty interesting.
No, that would not happen here.
Mexican Spec says, I would not do that here. What you will find. Oh, something Buddy Carafano said. They go to mom and pop restaurant over a fast food place. Yeah, let's see. Expect in town, yeah, for sure. On the highway, I would not. Oh, okay. Uh, and yeah, you said hi to Mark Sauvé, and Luis is here saying hi to everybody.
Dr. Art is here.
Okay.
Hot Rod Rehab channel.
Mexican
Welcome
Specs.
in, Dr. Art. Guys, make sure you're
Oh.
checking out Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab. If you were subscribed before, make sure you have subscribed to his current channel. His other channel got messed up somehow, I think. So make sure you're subscribed to his active channel. And he's live on a Monday night. Is he still on Wednesday night? And
You know, it's getting so there's people that overlap, and I want to watch them
I don't
both,
know
and then
when
I
hell he
struggle with
is,
it.
but make sure you're still subscribed and you're following his projects. He's working on the Dos Caminos. He's working on
He's working on Chevrolet El Caminos, and we're working on
Mopar Caminos.
a Mopar Camino. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to driving that thing when it's done. We're coming along. It's the point where I can see it, the finish point coming, and I've worked out in my head how the hinges have to be so that tailgate will work. We're going to be able to pull that off, but we got to buy some materials, small materials, not expensive big stuff. So yeah, and it's just so cold right now. It's not fun out there.
Thank you, Mexican Spec. He put a link in the chat to Dr. Art's channel.
He says, Mexican Spec says we were lucky to get through. Further down south, they're blocking the toll booths completely.
Ooh, that's a difficult protest.
Yep. Faith, I got stuff for Braden that I got for him. Okay. Lester, I don't know what this one is. Okay, so Lester Saber sent this in, but he doesn't know what it is. It looks like it says
ALANTA.
it looks like it says Atlanta. I don't know. I've never seen this car before. So I'm going to go to the next one. It is a Roadster. Oh, what is that?
Wow, that is fancy.
That is like...
That looks like one of those
Look at those-
concept cars or
Look
something.
at those fenders.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot of...
Oh, Atalanta or something is what Mexican Spec says. Blue Grit. Isn't a Mopar Camino a Rampage? Oh, that was much later.
There was a Rampage, yes.
I
But
almost
it
bought
was
a Rampage.
wasn't it a front, it was a front wheel drive, it was a K car derivative to some
Well,
degree.
It was like a
Like a what? One of the
Dodge Omni,
Daytonas.
like a Dodge Omni.
Yeah, something
Oh,
like that.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Sweet.
This is a slant six powered.
Not this car, but the car we're working on.
No, the car that we are working on is a slant six
Yeah, it's a
powered
rear drive.
early 70s
Yeah.
Mopar Dart Valiant derivative Camino.
Look at the light. Got one light. Cyclops. What is this thing? It's
I don't
interesting.
know, but that
Look
must
at that
be
engine.
that must be a V12
That, is
engine.
that looks like an Allison engine or something.
I don't
Like an
know.
aircraft engine.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, give that about half throttle and see what happens.
Sure is unusual. Somebody was dedicated. Oh, I like that. That looks like a spaceship. Mexican Spec says so many wire wheels. Yeah, I guess it's the vibe.
Okay, I got to download some more pictures. Yeah, Cyclops. Let's see. And I know there's a lot of people that have sent pictures in, and I got a lot here, so please be patient with me. I've not forgotten you. I just haven't got to you yet.
Walter of Blue Grit Garage is a friend of the channel as well. And if you guys haven't ever subscribed to Blue Grit Garage, I haven't seen you doing anything lately. He's probably, are you braving the cold tonight in the shop, Walter? Or are you just relaxing with the stream? I know a lot of times he just turns the stream on and listens while he works. He's got a couple of Mustangs. And
At No Name Nationals, Walter and Anna, his daughter, were pitted right next to us, and they had a little canopy, which was kind of nice because it was kind of sunny and warm. And we sat in there a lot with them. We had a good time. Yeah, they're good people.
Good people. Lots of fun.
So let's see here.
Cyclops?
That
I
was
don't know if that's called is it called
no,
a
not this one. This is the
Look
the
at the leaf
Cyclops.
spring in the front.
There's the Cyclops.
Oh, that is. It's got the one light in the front.
Yeah, that somebody think that's a motorcycle coming. Man. Okay, so
See, look
now.
when they go, oh,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm flicking through them
just
too
when
fast.
I have something to say, you make it go away. Look in the grill. You could see there's a leaf spring
There's
in
a
there.
Crosswise leaf spring.
That seems like such a heavy way to spring the suspension up. No?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Is
It
that a
depends on-
common thing?
It depends on how it's hooked up.
What?
If that, if
Who
that-
manufactured something like this?
I don't know. Who knows what this is? Listless Saber says no idea something. I don't know. Don't know.
Okay, you can move on then.
But it's got big fin drum brakes on it. Okay, so this one, I don't know who this is. Who knows who this is? This was sent in by. I've forgotten who sent this in. Oh, this is Mark Sauvé sent this in,
Thank you, Mark.
I believe.
He said he sent in a bunch of racing ones.
Okay, so, but this looks like stuff from the late 50s, or maybe early 60s. What the heck is that? That's got to be a race car.
Walter says, I am freezing while starting to pull the transmission out of Anna's 67 Mustang. That's dedication, hon. I know it's with the big fire going out in the shop right now. It's just barely in the low 50s, which is, and then when you're laying underneath the vehicle, it's always colder on the floor. So
When it gets real cold like this, our goal is to keep all our chemicals and paints and all that stuff from freezing. And we've got to keep the shop like 40 degrees or so. And if it's above that, that's okay. But right now, that's the goal. And we're going to spend more time in the house doing something here, I guess. But if it's real warm, we'll go up there and we'll do something. Or we'll go cut wood. I mean, you know, go cut wood.
I've got there's a hole in the floor in the guest bathroom. So we bought materials and we're going to be working on that.
We bought
So
materials.
there might be a little delay. I don't know. I think Thursday we can probably work in the shop. I think we'll be okay Thursday, but it's supposed to get really cold after Friday or Saturday. I don't know.
Did you see the short Anna posted? No, I did not.
I think she's trying to kill me. What is she buying?
Her friend had an El Camino that had a crashed door because one of his friends backed it into something.
Oh, yeah, it's
But-
the black one.
But his
That's a
friend,
pretty
his
car.
friend paid for the damage, and he's got a door for it. But it's a
Accidents
really
happen.
nice. I think it was, what was it, a 68? I think it was 68 El Camino. It might have been a 69. I think it was a 68 El Camino. Pretty nice car,
Mexican
and the
specs
door
says-
being caved in.
I thought you were going to say the goal is to keep all your digits intact. That
Yeah.
is always a goal. Oh man, I have a black and blue middle finger on this hand. I was processing some firewood and I got a piece pinched in there and I couldn't get it out and I had to find a wedge to wedge the pieces apart.
When did this
this
happen?
afternoon. Look how black and blue my finger is.
I didn't even know about this.
I was like,
And
"Hey,
Daniel Morrissey's here. Good evening.
Zen Jesus.
Zen Jesus.
Zenzus. Welcome.
Good evening. Santiva.
Nah. Don't worry about it.
And I don't know what that
Luis
is.
will be back. That's an oddball racing thing with a 355 CI. Isn't that a 355 a Ford engine?
Yeah, I think it's probably a
Base
General
getting a
Motors.
tattoo.
General Motors small block. I think.
Ouch. Lister says, and keep both eyes. Yes, that's a good goal. Wear safety. I care, safety, equipment.
Look,
Wow, I don't know if
69
that counts as a roadster, but man, does it look quick.
69 Camaro Z28 grill and headlights kind of molded into the fiberglass there. But the rest of it
It
doesn't look
looks
like
like stickers.
And then the little lines
Pardon
coming,
me.
but the little body lines coming back from the wheel wells, those
Swoosh.
those things, you know, it's supposed to. It's like a caricature of a '69 Camaro.
Yes.
Kind of interesting.
Todd Saw says if you have a hole in the floor of the bathroom, maybe it's a Japanese toilet.
No, this is a 4x8, 4 foot by 8 foot, where a sheet of plywood goes in. And what happened was we were working on it, but then we got working on the cars, and
Life took over.
Well,
and we didn't need it.
There was a lot of trouble with that bathroom, and we had water underneath the floor, and we had a leak under there, so we fixed the leak.
And they used particle kind of board for the subflooring, so it all had to go.
And then what we did was Kim did it actually. She got the water running off the roof instead of running under the house. She's got it so it's she buried a tube under the ground.
I didn't do any of that. We had a contractor come in and bury a tube under the ground.
You tell the story.
Downspout. So now it's dry. The end. Tim, welcome in, Tim. Good to have you. Walter did a good job at the burnout contest at the No Name Nationals. Yeah. I didn't get to see it this year. We didn't stay late. A lot of people had a great time at the burnout contest. I'm glad he put on a good show. I'll bet he did. Because he does those zippy around through the cone races, so I bet you he knows how to spin around and do a burnout. Todd Saw says that looks like Batman's drag car. I don't know which one he's referring to. We're zipping through. Although we do have a Batman drag car somewhere here. That's a Nissan Roadster. That's kind of cool.
It's actually the old Datsun. I mean, Datsun was built by Nissan. It's a Datsun 1600 or 2000.
But it says Nissan.
Nissan built Datsuns.
I know. I remember. Oh, man. Look at that cage.
What's this? You're talking about squat toilets in Japan.
It does kind of look like a tractor pulling vehicle.
A lot of green there.
That's practically
we missed the ads. The ads came in.
That's practically like a rail dragster, but with a fiberglass body on it. I don't know if those are roadsters. They're more like dragsters.
These are dragsters, yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. We were just talking about that car.
That doesn't even look like a real car.
Doesn't look like a real person. Is it? That's out of the 1966 Batman series, which was originally a Ford, the original Ford Futura from 1955 that was a just a concept car. They took around to car shows. And then George Barris got it and built that out of it. It became the Batmobile. Oh, what is that? That's a Roadster.
That has that grill that we looked through.
It says here, 1959 Troy Roadster. Troy. So I never heard of it.
It's got the strange bubble things like the Batmobile in the front, and then it's got the upside down leaf spring in the front suspension. Did in that other picture. I don't know if it's the same car, but it's the same kind of car. You can tell by the grill.
It says here, when you're so far behind in the chat, the commercials don't match up with the car being shown. Batman car was black one from 5 minutes ago. What?
Yeah.
5
Sorry,
minutes ago.
guys.
I-
It's a real custom car they used at the show. That's right, Olive. And George Barris changed it from the prototype. He changed. We were looking at pictures of both, and he
Bring it up. You
made
got
it
the
look
ability.
made it look more
Bring up 1950,
bat winged.
1955 Lincoln Futura. And it's already there. Yeah. While you're doing that, I will refine this so we can compare them. Okay, what happened to yours? There they are. Okay, there's the original. It says New York Times, the Batmobile concept car. Well, what it was a Ford or a Lincoln Futura. And then George Barris got it and
I
made
guess
the
he just
Batmobile out of it. Now,
Painted it mostly.
well, look at the whole front end's different. You
The
can
grill's
you
different.
click to my picture and then you can click back to your picture.
Oh, that's right. We can't see them both, can we?
Can't see them both at the same time.
So there's the front of Ford's version, and there's the front of the Batmobile.
So he extended that fin way up into the door, and he put a bunch of guns and rocket launchers and a big old thing in the back, looks like a jet engine, and changed the front end all around. But basically, the car is the same thing. Okay, you can switch back to yours, and then give a view of it if you want. I don't know. I'm going to continue
Back,
to.
back, forth and forth. Oh, there's a picture of both of them.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, there you go. That's got both of them on the same. So see, he extended that fin forward, got rid of that scoop, and put those rocket launchers or whatever they are back there, and put a bat on the door, some different wheels, radius the wheel wells way out. I don't know. I remember when George Barris was still alive, he owned that car and apparently rented or leased it or something to the whatever the production company was. But he sold that thing before he died at an auction, and he got over $4 million for it. He was pretty happy. Senior and Sons is here. Cutter Down Garage is here.
Welcome in.
Didn't I have something? I think something came in from Cutter Down Garage. Let me see here. Yes, I have an email from Cutter Down Garage. I haven't got to that yet, but I will.
Todd Sauce says Adam West is the only real Batman. All the others are just actors pretending to be Batman. Maybe.
Okay.
That could be.
Can we get back to mine?
Daniel Morrissey says George Barris was a very nice man and very talented custom car builder.
He had a brother, and he and his brother, Sam Barris, started doing that stuff when they were young, and Sam Barris died young. And George continued on his whole life building cars. And I went to his place more than once in Hollywood, California. It was in North Hollywood, California. And he had like a big showroom, big glass front. And you could walk by on the street, on the sidewalk there, and you could look into there. And this car was in there a couple of times when I was there. But he used to show some of his custom cars, but his shop was around back, so you couldn't go back there. And you couldn't really go into the showroom, but you could look in the windows and see whatever he was showing. It was an interesting place. Okay, I'm going to continue on. I think I already showed that one. I did. And this is one from Kevin Smith. This is that 58 Oldsmobile he's working on, and he's making the tailgate open, and he's doing all the cutting on this thing so all the doors and everything will open. So that's his model car he's working on.
Dang.
And I am, oh man, what is this? Oh, I want to show this.
Thank you, Mike.
For some reason, something's going on here where I can't download. What is going on?
He's struggling with his email at the moment.
For some reason.
That whole thing is a photo.
This makes it really hard to. I don't know what he sent me.
It's a photo.
It's not a photo. It's a. Cutter Down Garage has sent me something I'm not sure I can show. I'm going to try. Open with. What's it say? Open with.
You're going to have to move on. It doesn't work.
Whatever this is, maybe I can just grab the whole thing. I don't know. Nope, it doesn't work. Cutter Down, you sent me some kind of files that are like there's 6 of them, but I can only see one and they're impossible to show. Maybe you can download the pictures to show because I like these pictures, but it's some kind of a weird file that I can't make it work. Don't know what you sent me there. Maybe you can download the pictures yourself and then send them to me. And he sent something else too that's a really cool picture, but I'm afraid it is the same kind of file.
Braden, I have children your age. So, yeah. But that's an odd question. Maybe.
Mom, I'm 23.
I'm not a grandma. No.
She has told her age here. Braden, I have grandkids older than you. One older than you. He's 25. So you're 23. Wow. What do you do? I'm trying to make the. Okay, I got the same thing here with.
Senior and Son says, I saw him on that Pickers show. They sat in the Batmobile. That must have been a while ago, huh?
Cutter
that
Down.
Pickers show was on.
Oh, he says K. Okay.
Went and saw George Barris.
Because you've sent me 2 emails. Both of them have some kind of file that's I can't open. I don't know why.
We're gonna have to fiddle with them off stream because if he can't make it work, he gets too frustrated.
Or maybe
he
you can
like
download them yourself and send me the pictures because it's just some kind of a strange thing.
He won't let me help during the stream. He gets really.
Well, no, it's some kind of. It's a big long picture like this, and it's some kind of an odd file. I can't figure it out. So.
He won't let me help. What are used to work at Wendy's, and I used to work at a Dollar Tree, and used to work a lot of fast food. Those are all
that's
starter
good.
jobs.
So are you still working? Or
I once worked at a Wendy's.
I've never worked fast food. The only thing I ever worked in food service was when we had to work in the kitchen during basic training in the military. And then it was something that was not pleasant. I remember there was this big thing that was about this wide, and it was deep, and it was deep this way, and it was full of fat. And they'd been frying something in this thing. And it all solidified because it cooled off. And a sergeant come along to me, and he hands me a scrubber that's about this big, and he puts some soap in on top of that fat. And the fat's this deep. It's like 2 feet deep of fat. He put a little soap in there and like a cup of water and hands me the sponge. He goes, clean that out. And I took the sponge and stuck it down in there, and I'm just fat up to my... It's like, can't clean that like that. Oh, man. That was punishment is what it was.
I was a barista one summer, but not for a chain.
Barista.
That's...
What is it?
I wouldn't really want to do that. I don't know why. It doesn't sound like a horrible job or anything like that.
What is a barista?
Don't they make beverages? Like coffees and teas and just drinks. Senior Mike Slater says, I'm still a kid at 67. I went to my daughter-in-law's 50th birthday party. Live music. Yep, a grandma that still enjoys life. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what this is? I think this is the car that Mexican Spec just drove across Mexico.
That sure looks like it, yeah. Ram Charger. Badage.
Man, that
Doge.
that thing sounded so good. He'd pull out from one of those gas stations, have to accelerate up to, well, he says 130, which is kilometers, so it's like 80 miles an hour. Man, he'd get in that thing, and whoa, that thing would fly, and you hear it go through all four gears. It's pretty good. I don't know how many of you are there in his in Mexican Specs lives the last few days, but he drove this thing probably halfway across Mexico and then north to where he lives, and it was a good trip. I don't know why I like that so much. You hear them talking, you see a country you don't normally see if you're in the U.S., and it was just fun to ride along with them. And a couple of good personalities talking the whole time.
Mexican Spec says this is the truck we drove back. It does not look like that.
He said that they got to have it repainted because the paint was so bad when he got there. This is not. He said what they washed it and waxed it or something before they took the pictures, and then they let it sit for a long time. He goes, it doesn't look good at all. A Starbucks worker would be considered a barista. Okay.
Jade 8 as. Yeah, that's an unusual plate.
Yeah, it looks like that's pretty funny.
A barista is a pro who makes espresso-based coffee drinks. There you go. Professional. Professional. It looks like a clean ride.
Man, this is a nice looking truck. I can see why somebody wanted this, but I can see why Mexican Spec wants to. Something, you buy a car from Mexican Spec and it's a bad car. When he gets there, he'll find you a good one or he'll fix whatever it is. And this kind of shows what happened. He negotiated something with the seller. He negotiated something with the buyer. They're going to repaint it and make it what it should be before they ship it. And I think that's pretty good service. Oh, that's unusual. It's like Ford's dual-facing rear seats, except it's a single-facing rear seat. Kind of interesting.
Mexican Spec says this has the odd sideways facing third seat. I don't think they're allowed to do that in the United States anymore. I think safety regs say. I don't think there's.
Motorhomes are like that, but they don't even have seatbelts in the motorhomes. You just go flying if you stop.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's no seatbelts. I see that.
There's no place to put your feet. You're just like.
Look at the back seat, it has seatbelts. The middle seat has seatbelts.
Yeah.
Which not all the Mexican cars have seatbelts, but this does.
I don't see one up at the front though.
Yeah. What's going on there? Is it just a lap belt up there? Or is that belt go all the way up to the front seat?
No.
No, that can't be. Oh, what did I do? Run out of pictures? What happened? Oh, I ran out of... Oh, there was two pictures from back there?
Mexican Spec says that is what the client wanted. It was the only one around, and that is why we are fixing this one. Well, there you go.
I ended up with two of the same picture there. Sorry about that. I downloaded it
He said the
twice.
seatbelts are behind the seat. Okay.
So now, I move on.
It's not that important. I was just noticing.
I'm downloading more pictures.
Senior and Son says that 318 my son and I took apart had the good closed chamber heads, roller lifters, and cam. That's excellent. Yeah, those are good parts to find. Nice.
Kim, I'm sorry. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing here. Little tiny thumbnails. I'm trying to see what I'm downloading.
Mexican Spec says this one has the 5.9 Magnum. It is a strong engine. Yeah, that's a good motor to find in a vehicle. Especially like I noticed that it has the big hitch on the back. If you wanted to tow something, the 5.9 is as big as you can get in a small block engine. And I don't think they put any big blocks in the truck, the regular size trucks and SUVs. I think you had to go to like a
Braden sent this.
3500 to get
Braden
anything
sent
bigger
this
than
in,
that.
but Braden never. He just sends in. It says image 1, image 2, image 3, like that. So I don't never know what they are. But
Some kind of British car.
yeah, who knows what this is?
Mm-hmm. It looks mean, shooting smoke or shooting fire out there like that. Boy, I bet you that's loud. Them boom tubes.
Daniel Morrissey. Did you read his yet? I don't know where you're at.
Dean is here. No.
Okay, our 1970 Ford LTD had a rear seat in the back. Pull up a metal latch. There's the seat. What is that? A wagon? I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about there. Senior and Son says bumper to bumper advertising. Oh, that's us talking about Mexican spec.
There you go. Dean says, when I was hanging out with Dylan McCool, he said in Kansas and Oklahoma, no central seat passenger in bench seat trucks. No center seat passengers in bench seat trucks.
He says central, no central seat. Yeah.
In Kansas and Oklahoma. Huh. Okay.
I wonder why. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's spec. I don't know. I'm lost in the chat. I'm sorry. It's scrolling by too fast. I'm just like.
Oh, that's
just
right. Cutter
completely
Down
lost
Garage says V10. That's not considered a small block motor, though.
I lost like half a page of chat. Just went flying by.
Dougster says has no fear. The Dougster is temporarily here.
D-Man says, "Hey, Kim looking good."
It must be 9 o'clock because a bunch of people are.
Bunch of people came in from Kiwis, probably. Did you
Kiwis.
catch that? It's already gone.
Catch what?
I'm talking about you, and you're just still talking.
No, I'm not going back because there's a bunch of people here. If somebody says something, repeat
Go
it.
back slightly. There's just for a second. D-Man. Hey, Buff. Some kind of word. You, Kim looking good. Okay, scroll back.
Well, thank you, D-Man. I brushed my hair tonight.
I brushed my hair.
I'm feeling better. Last week I had a sinus infection and I just wasn't on my game.
Braden sent these in.
Welcome everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of extra time. We started late tonight. So a lot of people were over there enjoying Kiwi's stream. And I don't know. We're going to see how the later start works. Originally, we started streaming at 7 so that people in Eastern time zone would be able to watch and we would get more of the primetime viewership. And now that we're not really so worried about gaining monetization, what is going on?
I'm losing the chat. I got to go back to see who said that. Okay, I get it.
All
okay.
right. Well, I'll just stop talking. Go ahead.
So, I am sorry, Kim. I'm like whole pages of chat go by, and I'm lost. Daniel Morrissey said, "Yeah, sorry, LTD wagon seat in the back that you lift. Did it have dual facing seats, or was it like one seat in the back?" Next suspect, Country Squire it would be. Okay, well, it could have had Country Sedans and Country Squires. D-Man, I just ate dinner, warming up. It's crazy cold here. Okay, here, Kim. I'm sorry.
Welcome in, Barrow's
over.
Garage. Glad to have you here.
Okay, and then Braden sent this in. It appears to be
a grabber blue Mustang.
A Mustang, yeah. It looks like an early Mustang with a 302 or probably a 302. Original Ford blue engine that I liked. And he sent this in. Wow, is that a chrome grill? Chrome radiator shroud, whatever you call it. Look at the intake. These crazy looking air cleaners. And a 69 Camaro with a strange looking grill. Oh, that's I'm sorry. That was a copyrighted picture. I just slid right through it. This one, if you send me copyrighted pictures, I'm gonna just fly through them in a hurry or not show them if I catch it first. Well, What is this?
Dougster Wolverine Garage says, my goodness, the trolls were in full force on my live last night. My mods were working overtime. I did see some very snide and rude and disruptive commentary pop in, and then bam, it was gone. So
You know what happened, Dougster? I didn't get in there last night. I was talking to an old friend, and we talked for a couple hours on the phone.
he was
and
all business,
it was
working.
right in the middle of your live. I'm sorry I didn't get in there. It just happened that way. There's a guy. It's kind of funny. It's a guy I met him the first day of kindergarten, and then graduated from high school with him. And
Danny Boyd, welcome in.
Then he went in the Army, and I went in the Air Force. We didn't see each other for years, and then I was kind of searching for him. And there's a website called Classmates, and he made a post in there. And he says, I got out of the Army and I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm like, what? I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee. So, we got together again. So anyway.
Definitely a Ford with the soup can on the firewall. Yeah, that is a unique choice.
Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to get another cough drop. Sorry. Well, I will click on. That's a big block Chevy. Don't know what it's in. Like a 65 or 6 Chevy or something. I don't know. Braden, you got to tell me what these pictures are when you send them in. It just says image 7. Don't know what relevance it has. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. That's a Roadster.
There's 2.
Yeah, but I don't know there's 3 of them, but I don't know what they are.
That's 2. It has a number on the side. It's 2. Now we know. That's not a Roadster.
So, what is that? A mirror?
Danny Boyd says the dual channel master cylinder could be a clue.
Ah, and Tavo just came in. How you doing, Tavo? Hope you're feeling better. Hope things are getting better. Oh, now here's a Roadster.
Is that a Jaguar?
That's a Jaguar. It's a Jaguar XKE. Which is a pretty cool car.
It looks like it should be in a spy movie. Tavo is lurking to add to the algorithm numbers. Okay.
We all know what that is.
Maybe we could still be entertaining while you lurk.
Definitely a Roadster there. Jaguar instead of Jaguar.
Jaguar. Yes.
What is this? I should know what that is.
Old car.
Who knows what this
That's
is? Braden sent it in.
From the 40s. It's got the split window. When did they do away with split windows on cars?
Oh, in the early 50s. Yeah, Dean Stevenson, we called it an E-Type. Yeah, E-Type Jaguar, but they said XKE on the original ones, and then they just called them an E-Type after that. Granddad Chunks here. Jaguar. Oh, where's my... Can't find my... Doing that.
Mike says Jaguar's maintenance costs are crazy. I think that continues even into the current renditions. They're expensive cars. I don't know. I've never owned one.
Oh, Buddy Carafanos said it was a
Admire
Buick.
them from afar.
Ah, Buddy Carafanos here. When did you get here? It's good to see you. Because I got a whole bunch of pictures you sent. I haven't got to them yet. I was kind of waiting for you to get here before I started showing them. Mean Street Mopar's here. Oh, here you go.
That's not real.
It is. You know what that thing is?
I don't know, but
It's a Messerschmitt.
but look how big that person's head is.
Yeah, somebody put the head in there, but it's a Messerschmitt. Yeah, somebody did that.
Look how. Oh,
Oops, I'm sorry. Let me
no,
go
it's
back.
all right. Just keep.
You were gonna say something.
You've been cutting me off. Look at the back tire. Look how it's like rolling over on that turn.
The back of that is like a motor scooter. So not a roadster, but open. Tuxer's a Messerschmitt. Yeah, Messerschmitt. What the hell is that? Mexican spec, what is this? Because Braden set the picture, but I bet he doesn't know what it is. Because he doesn't write down what anything is. He just sends it.
He just finds
pictures and sends them.
Well, maybe we can learn him some stuff.
All right, that's what I say. I bet Mexican spec knows what a lot of cars are, so I don't know what this one is. Senior and Son said there was a 51 Ford there, yeah.
Bear Rose says 53 was pretty much the cutoff for the split flat windshields to meet the revised safety regulations. Flat glass splits will flash out. Hence the visors.
I know what the last one was. Remember the Dodge vans, the A-series vans, the first ones, the ones that had the engine between the seats? They had split windshields up into the late 60s.
What does flash out mean?
I don't know. Flash out? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, Danny Boyd says it's a Lagonda. It could be an old Lagonda. It probably is, because the new Lagonda is that real flat thing.
Well, what year do you think it would be?
I don't know. Maybe that's like a 1950-ish. See if it says 1950 Lagonda. See what it comes up with.
How do you spell Lagonda?
Lagonda, maybe. I'd say no.
Oop, that's wrong.
Yeah, the grill's all different. So look at a little older. Look at a little older, a little newer. Try 1957. And then Buddy Carafon says Rolls Royce by hood ornament. It could be. I mean, it does look like a Rolls Royce, but I've never seen a Rolls Royce that's that kind of body. They usually had.
Yeah, see, look, the Lagondas have this. The shape of the grill is very different.
Yes.
That he might be right about that Rolls Royce thing. I don't know what year though.
Can you click the yellow line, please?
The what?
The yellow line.
Oh.
Quickly. before it overruns us. Okay. Thank you. I don't have a mouse that does that.
I know.
I have to grab your mouse. And Olive says it looks more like late 30s. It could be.
The back with the flatter
Yeah, it sure
sides.
does look like late 30s. Yeah, try 39 or 40 or something, Lagonda. And the other thing, Daniel Morrissey says that car could be totally customized, which it could be.
Okay, let's check that. No, the shape of the grill is different.
And the back fenders don't have that thing on them.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time you want to spend on that. And then it could be customized. Look at how slanted back the window is and everything. I have no idea. I'm going to move on.
Why? We're looking at a thing. What's your hurry?
I don't know. We got a lot of pictures to look at. Dougster says, unfortunately, I have to go to bed, everyone. Have a good time. The Dougster's out. Okay, Dougster, thanks for being here. Danny Boyd says, not a Lagonda. No. Okay, so what is it?
Well,
we know what it isn't.
Rolls Royce from the 30s. Let's look maybe earlier. Rolls Royce.
I don't know. It's a coupe, though. Oh. No.
I don't know.
It's got that big. I don't remember Rolls Royce ever having the grill come down to a point like that at the bottom, and I don't remember that shaped top ever.
All right.
Demon says it's a Rolls. I don't know.
All right. Well, somebody who knows will
Okay,
go from
maybe
there.
somebody
Give us
will
the
know.
year.
Yeah, but I'm going to move on.
Yeah, he wants to move on.
And we all know what that is.
That is not a roadster.
Not a Roadster, but Braden sent it in, so I showed it. Here's kind of a cool
Mark
car.
Sauvé says it is a 1925 Rolls Royce. I'll see if it is.
Oh, you might be right. He chased it down. That's what it is. Man, that's a lot older than what I thought it was. Look at that.
There you go.
That is so much older than I thought it was. Talk
The
about
round door is
talk
pretty
about-
wild, huh?
talk about being ahead of time. You know, that is what was Ford making then? You know? The Model T.
Yikes!
That is quite a thing.
That door is round. That's wild.
Danny Boyd, I found that too, 1925. Well, good job. They should get some points for that.
Who?
Well, who figured it out?
Mark Sauvé.
And
You get
Danny Boyd.
all right. Then the both of you get 3 points for helping us identify that photograph. That's not a roadster.
No, and it doesn't have the resolution's terrible.
Yeah. That's
But-
just pixels.
Okay, so
It's
we're gonna
not
go
even a
back
car.
so we're not in the pixels. I don't want to be in the pixels.
That's not a roadster either.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
But at
That's
least
what he
it's a
sent.
Mopar.
That's what he sent. Yeah, Mopar to you.
Mopar.
So now I'm going to.
Mexican Spec says that must have looked alien in 1925. Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine that when
Wow.
a Model T was really the car, and that thing? Oh, it's probably nobody could afford it except
Bear Rose says that was one of the advantage the Allies had over the German aircraft. The Germans used flat glass, and we had curved that wouldn't flash out in the sunlight. I guess
Oh,
if you get
that's
the
what
wrong
you mean.
angle, it would get too bright. You couldn't
Although
see.
that's, yeah, but it only flashes at certain angles. That's why, like the stealth fighter, the F-117, that's why the radar reflected, because there's all those flat surfaces that only reflect like certain directions. It wouldn't reflect back at the radar station. So it works two ways. But yeah, it would flash. Yeah, it'd get to a point where it would be like use a mirror to signal somebody. You flash the thing around. Wow.
Mark Sauvé says it probably drove like a 1925 car as well. Well, yeah, probably. It was probably
Okay.
better than a Model T, though.
So this is Buddy Carfano sent this in. This is my head's in the way.
That is absolutely a roadster.
32 Ford Roadster.
Very nice.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
And then, which one's next here? Whoops, I think I just messed up. Oh, this is, yeah, okay. So we got this one. Can you make that a little bit? I can't, because these are links. I can't zoom them in or anything. Yeah, there we go. That is a 55 Thunderbird.
That's a very nice car. Fancy.
You know how you can tell a 55 from a 56 just glancing at it?
No.
See those little hash marks on the side?
Yes.
Right below that, there's a little door that's a vertical, like a rectangle on the 56s, and that thing opens, and it's an air vent. The 55s did not have that.
Oh.
So if you want to look up 56 Thunderbird, if we want to have a Thunderbird lesson,
Okay, as long as you don't move on.
no, I'll. See, one like that's in the same, like that yellow one. The yellow one have the. See if that one does that one have
I
the
see
door?
it.
Okay, yep. Put it up. Okay, so this is. See that little door there on the side, right there. Can they see your cursor? I don't know if they can see your cursor.
No.
There's that little door right. It's right ahead of the passenger. You know, the door that you get in, the passenger door. There's that little rectangular door, and the 56s had that, and that thing opens up, and it's an air vent. Then if you go back to the 55, which is the one I put up on the screen, that one, oops, it's zoomed way out. Why did that happen?
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Okay, that one, see, it doesn't have that little door. That's a 55. So now everybody knows the difference between, yeah, Danny Boyd says event. Everybody knows that that's the difference between the 55 and the 56 Thunderbird.
D-Man says it has the real wire wheels.
And there are other
It doesn't look like there's any brake. Oh, I see them.
There are other differences, but that's the quick one that you can see real quick. That is a, 53 Corvette? I believe it is.
It says last 53 on the plate, so
okay.
I would think.
So that's a 53 Corvette.
The grills over the headlights are pretty neat.
Yeah, can you imagine that? That came with a 6-cylinder, 235 cubic inch 6-cylinder with multiple carburation, and that was really something in 1953, you know.
Danny Boyd says the 55 had fins. That's a Prowler.
That's definitely a Roadster. What I'm amazed at is that Chrysler Corporation did this when they did it. It's just, I almost can't believe they actually did that and produced it and had it out. You could buy it. It's crazy, you know. Yeah, D-Man says 53 had the 235 Blue Flame 6 and 3-speed manual. Mark Sylvie, someone here in Ottawa still has a 53 Vet and drives it. Hey, can you look up?
That's the best kind.
53 Corvette reproduction or something like that from about year 2005 or something like that. Doesn't show it. Oh. No, that's not it. And none of those are it. So this, whatever the search was, didn't come up with it. God, it should be there. What's the one down in the lower left? That one. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's a reproduction one. That was supposed to look like a 53, but obviously it's not. LS7 powered. Now that's one built by Kendig. That's not it. That's not the one I was looking at. I don't know. I can't find it quickly. We're not going to find it quickly. Okay, let me go back to my screen. Todd Saw, what streaming software do you use to get this presentation? Oh, it's
Open Broadcast Studio. We're using
and a bunch of equipment.
OBS 32.0.4, which should be the newest current version. And it does not cost us anything. It does not do like StreamYard, where you can have guests on. It doesn't do that really. But it's really nice for doing this slideshow with the green screen. It works really good. And it's not that hard to learn. Mexican Spec, Mrs. Spec picked it up pretty quick. And they're doing really nice streams with it as well. And it's pretty stable. It doesn't require like a supercomputer to run. And but it does require a computer. And we have a pretty fancy setup where I can see his computer, I can see his screen to show here, or I can show my own screen, and then we have five monitors all around us, so we can see the text nice and big, so we're not like staring down at our computer.
And our chat is quite a distance away from us across the room, but it's on a 55-inch TV
Yeah.
that's turned on its side, so it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to read for me.
So we've we got a bunch of used equipment and we set it up the way we like, and we've been practicing for a couple years, and it's made the show pretty good. And we have a permanent green screen wall that works really good, and we have a bunch of lighting with diffusers. It's for, a budget studio. It's actually pretty workable here.
Here's one of your favorites, Kim. We have one of those.
Oh, it's the Lost Fire.
Well, she doesn't call hers a crossfire. She calls it a lost fire because it was on fire.
That's right.
And it's a total loss.
Oh, it's a loss.
But she bought it and brought it here, and
write
she
it off.
took the independent suspension out from the underneath it
We've
and
never
narrowed it.
We've never actually used a single part off of it, but someday we just might.
So she narrowed the rear end. It's all we did all that in videos, and she narrowed it to put under her Dodge Dart. So we have independent suspension under the Dart. But she never did that, but we
I
have it.
decided I didn't want to cut up the Dart, and we had other things to do.
So
that
maybe
year.
we'll put it under something else.
I was thinking we could build a Roadster. We could use the frame rails of that Ford Ranger. We could build a Roadster. I don't know. Who knows what we'll do? Right now, we're knee deep in this tribute car, and I don't want to commit to anything else.
For some reason, that's real low. I don't know why that's like that.
Because they keep moving around on your screen.
Yeah, but because they're links that get sent, and when I
I'm
get
okay with moving
when I get it, when I get a picture,
I'm okay with moving
I can manipulate it. When I get a link, I can't do anything. So
I'm okay with moving it.
Dean Stevenson says 265 cubic inch for 55 bits, then 283 later. Yep. Yeah, it's just the first 2 years were 6 cylinders. We haven't showed a 55 Corvette. I guess you could find one of those. Yeah, Datsun Fairlady is what it was called everywhere except here. Here it was a 1600 or 2000. I think that one's a 2000. I can't see what it is, but might be a 1600. I can't read that number on the side of it. But those were very British kind of design, but produced by as Datsun in.
That looks like a tiny little Roadster.
Those were all, when I was young, like 16, 17, 18 years old, those things were everywhere because they were a nice little sports car and they weren't expensive, and get them at Datsun dealer. Oh, here's definitely a Roadster. Okay.
Yeah, Senior
That
and
needs to be-
Son says about the Crossfire, it's a Germany designed built engine. That is a what do you need the mouse for?
I was gonna
Just be a little. You're
was-
very impatient.
I was gonna
tonight.
kill the commercial, and I decided just to let it run.
Oh.
We got to let a few of them run. Okay, you killed it. All right. I mean, at some point, they're not going to want us to do this if we kill all the commercials. But...
They need your monies, or no, they need the advertising monies.
Right.
There's a bunch of stuff. Words.
The beauty of the Dart, Blue Grit says, the beauty of the Dart is keep it simple. So leave off the IRS. Yeah, I don't know. It would have been pretty cool to have that. Yeah. And she was going to put the disc brakes up front, and it has a pretty good independent front suspension. So having a 4-wheel independent suspension and 4-wheel disc brakes on a 66 Dart, yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. But
it was a simpler time. We were young and ambitious.
Maybe we'll leave it the same.
We'll see how it goes later on. Maybe, but probably not. So the Crossfire, Germany design built engine, and then the whole Daimler Chrysler Mercedes merger thing, it was actually just a Mercedes chassis with a Chrysler.
It was a mix and match.
Yeah. But they cheapened it up a little bit. I think the Mercedes was all aluminum, and the Chrysler used some cast iron sort of parts in place of some of the aluminum stuff. But we did notice that car was all galvanized steel, and the The doors were really thick steel. It's a heavy, it's like a really well built car, actually, the Crossfire. I see them on Marketplace, and the biggest downfall that I see is they seem to have electronics problems, but they're getting up there in years. So I guess that's the kinds of things that you start to see with the cars. This looks like they're gonna do some drag racing. Let me get this so you
Yeah,
can see it on the screen. Oh, that's the
that's
wrong
as small.
one.
That's as small as I can make it too. I don't
I
know.
know, but we're big
Yeah, but I mean,
because I clicked the
I
wrong.
can't make it any smaller than it is.
Because
It's usually I'm going the other way. I got to
you
make
can
it
see
bigger,
us
but
now.
yeah, that's. So who sent that in? Mark Sylvain sent that in.
Oh, Dean reworked some Beck
Oh,
lyrics.
and
That's right.
Mark Sylvain said this is a friend of his.
Wow. Pretty sure he's nuts. Look at that. That just looks insane.
Imagine getting in that thing.
No, thank you. I don't think I want to go that fast. Oh, excuse me. D-Man says, I bet that car boogies. I bet. I bet. From over there in the stands, I bet you it's amazing to watch it go.
Look at the slicks. Wrinkle all slicks.
I see that wrinkle on them slicks. Yikes. I bet you it needs those little wheelie bars on the back too. Mark Sauvé says she has been racing for quite some time. Oh, well, she's nuts then too.
I'm looking at thumbnails here, trying to download some
Hurry
stuff.
up!
Well, you can talk.
I'm being sarcastic.
I know you are. But I'm over here doing my job. And I can't. I guess I could try to pay attention to both.
Mark Sauvé says it's a lot more fun behind the wheel. I do like to participate in events, but there are limits. Like, I don't really want to do the mini bike event anymore.
Really?
You're
going to give up on a mini bike?
I don't want to go 45 miles an hour on a little bitty.
That's the mini bikes
toy.
are getting too. That's absolutely true. Mini bikes are getting too fast. Little tiny wheels, this little tiny thing going as fast as a car will go. You know, it's like probably shouldn't be doing that.
I know. You know what? The second or third year, I asked Turbo Tom if he wanted to race once, because his top speed in his Model T was about the same as my top speed on the mini bike. And
he didn't want to race you.
No, but they only go faster. I think we could probably even go faster than that now. I don't think we want to.
Oh, what are these? Braden sent these things, and they're like big long strips.
D-Man said the red primer gutted 63 Dennis Hopper drove in King of the Mountain was my car. I love that car. Yikes.
This is Faith and somebody else. Somebody else.
And Faith's cat.
And Faith's cat.
Nice.
Ah, Pit Snipes here. Good evening.
Barracuda says, I think Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys raced one of those Bet Roadsters. Yikes. Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time in my throat tonight. It's not much, oh, this is bad in my throat. I'm sorry.
Didn't Honda make a
break
Roadster?
I need a break for a second. Yeah, what was that little Honda called? Honda, Man, what did they call that little Honda? Well, the S2000, that was a hell of a Honda. That was like a little race car. And yeah, that was a roadster. But what was the other one? There made two of them. They made one that was like real streetable thing, and the S2000 was something else. I'm gonna try to show these, but they're Braden. Why do you send me these?
Welcome
Send
in,
me,
Pitt.
send me one picture.
Pitt noticed my lipstick. It is very red.
And Del Sol, Josh Holman got it. He gets points for that.
You do. You get 3 points for
The
that.
Del Sol,
I even asked.
those things were everywhere, and they were a really cool little car. The S2000 was basically a race car for the street. It was something, you know. Okay, these are really hard to show because they're big, long strips, and when I zoom in on them, there's no resolution. You know, the resolution's so bad. But they are roadsters. I'll try to. I don't know. I don't know if that helps or not.
Is it just a bunch of?
He sent.
Is it just all the pictures from Hot Rod magazine or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know where they're from.
I don't want to go through
They're
somebody
copyrighted.
else's.
They're copyrighted pictures, and I don't know. They're okay. I'm gonna click through them quickly because, yeah, this is. I can't even see what that is.
Daniel Morrissey says Honda made an NSX supercar.
Oh, a friend of mine was on the design team for that. He was man, you can look that up.
What is it?
The NSX Honda. Did they sell it in the U.S. as a Honda or a Acura? I'm not sure. I think Acura NSX. No. Earlier.
That's not it. It says it's a Honda NSX.
Yeah, but there was an earlier version of it. Look up. I don't know how you find it. What year was the first NSX? Was like.
Oh.
Yeah, and Dean Stevenson says Acura NSX, and they were sold in different countries as different as Hondas and as Acuras, and I don't know which was which. The one on the far right there is the one I'm looking for, but that's okay. First generation. That's what you do. Look up, just look up pictures like you did before instead of this, because this is Wikipedia. Look up 1990 NSX. Let's see. In Japan, the NSX was badged as a Honda. Okay, so it was an Acura here. Okay, I can never remember. Yeah, that one's got the lights open.
Game. That's literally a video game picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked that one, but okay, like the white one there maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But a friend of mine was it's a Lego one.
Let's leave the Lego one up there. I gotta check out the chat.
So a friend of mine worked at Honda for years and years and years as a designer, and he led the design team on the first Honda CRX, and I know he was on the NSX team that did that, and he's a pretty interesting guy to talk to. He and I sat next to each other in drafting class in high school for several years, and I was really into cars then and designing cars, and so was he. And he ended up designing cars, and I ended up designing airplanes. So we both got into the design side of things, but, I mean, you know, he did that, and then he worked at the Art Center in Pasadena when Honda moved their design studios from Long Beach, California to Detroit. He didn't want to move, so he went to work as an instructor at the Art Center in L.A., and he kind of finished up, or in not L.A., but in Pasadena. He ended up, yeah, there you go. There you go. So he kind of finished up his career doing that, and then he took over his father's business up in Oregon, and I think he still has that business where they have the Saab Sonnet, I think they pronounce it. It's a little sports car, and he sells parts and restores Sonnets and stuff, and he's like my age, or you're younger than me maybe. Acura NSX hybrid supercar. What's this? I've only seen on probably one stag in my life. Louis says he doesn't like this car. These are really something, man. Trying to put the 215 V8 and TR8s, yes, which are basic TR7 convertibles. Yeah, that's kind of a weird wedge-looking thing. Maybe you can look that up, because
Beirut says he had a little MGB. Probably the funnest car he's ever owned. Not the fastest, but definitely the funnest on River Road.
And how many times have I said I really enjoyed driving the MGB around? And it wasn't mine, but I got to drive him. Danny Boyd says, never seen a Stag or a Chrysler Darren. I've got a friend that has a Chrysler Darren. In fact, I rode in it. And it's a very uncomfortable car. You kind of sit there and your feet are straight out in front of you and the steering wheel's enormous. I didn't drive it, but it's a real awkward car. But it was, they're worth a fortune.
It's more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow.
I said that as a comment in some other channel.
Yeah.
And somebody responded, says, like most people that have slow cars, you say that or something like that. It's like, no, I've had both. I've had both. Danny Boyd, pocket doors on the Darren. I think I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go look at my collection of pictures here. Where is it? Might be in this one right here. That's it. Oh God, that's not a good picture. That's his Kaiser right there and some other stuff. But that's not the picture I wanted to find. Maybe. What the hell? That's his Henry J, same guy. And that's somebody's dog that walked through the picture. I'm probably scrolling the wrong direction.
Doggo!
Yeah, there it is. That's his Darren right there. And the body is not it's all there, but it's a little rough. The interior, same thing, it's a little rough. The engine is nothing short of perfect. He's one of these guys that's just meticulous with mechanical stuff. And that car, it's got an F-head engine in it, which means the intake valves are like an overhead valve, and the exhaust valves are a side valve, like a flathead. And he put the turbocharger on it, the one that originally came on the big Kaisers. And man, he reaches in, a 6-volt system. He reaches in, turns the key, and it goes, it sits there idles about 350 RPM, just quiet and smooth. It's got power because it's supercharged. But it's a pretty cool car. Yeah.
It says, can you believe an actual bank gave my young dumb 17-year-old ass a loan to buy a hot ass RX-7? Did you pay the loan back?
Who said that?
Pin.
Oh. And then Wendy English is here. Hey, good evening. Let's see if I'm trying to see what other pictures I have of this car, or if I do.
Only 125 horsepower.
There's one that's got a hardtop, which is really unusual. Somebody did that. I don't think Kaiser did that, but I'm not sure. I think I skipped over one. Nope, I didn't skip over one. So...
Mr. Cordoba says, greetings, Buff and Kim. Would you give me the benefit of the doubt? I suppose.
Who's this? Where's
first,
this? Where's this?
Would.
Where's this? I missed whatever it was.
It's okay. Barracuda asks why they were called the Henry J.
because it was Kaiser Corporation, which was Henry J. Kaiser. And so they called the car the Henry J. And it was the small car. It was a small, one of the very first small economy kind of cars when other cars were huge. I'm looking for pictures of the big Kaiser. Is that yeah, this is a big Kaiser. Oh man, like that's a 55 Kaiser that was a Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Looks familiar. There was an old 53 Kaiser Manhattan in the garage where my grandmother, on the farm that my grandmother lived at when I was growing up. And we always looked at it. It had very low mileage. It was like garage kept. It was a time capsule. It was pretty wild. I recognize the double loop on well, it's going on. Never mind.
Okay, I'll go back. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking about that picture. I wouldn't have gone away from it if I knew you were talking about that picture. Oh, on the window?
Yeah, see how there's like a widow's peak on the windshield?
Yeah, they call
I
that
remember
the
that.
who's the guy that designed this? Um, Dutch Darren. And Darren's designs, he liked that. And they did it on the back window too. So I was going to try to find other pictures in here that are. See, somebody put a Cadillac V8 in that. So that's the inside of the Kaiser Darren. They are not very comfortable.
Wow.
They just are.
Sharp though.
Yeah, it's same. That's the same era as the original Corvettes. Yeah, and see, there's the back of it. That's exactly how they look. And Vern's looks just like that, except this one, the body's nicely done and shiny and everything, and his is a little rough. But I don't know if he'll ever finish it. But he drives it the way it is. It's an enjoyable car to drive, and it's and like I said, he is really meticulous with the mechanical side of it. Yeah, see where the doors go, they slide up into the inner fenders. Kim, you see that?
Pocket doors.
Pocket doors, yeah.
Fantastic as long as you don't get into an accident.
Wasn't the Kaiser Fraser factory in California? I don't think so. Weren't they in, I don't know, I'll talk to, this guy Vern that's out there that has the Darren, I can call him tonight when we're finished here, and I'll get a real good rundown so I can talk intelligently about it next time. Fiberglass body Darren, 50, not 58, it was 54. Hit your knee on him, I just know it. Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing, I guess. Like if you're parked near somebody, you can slide the door into there and not have the door swing out. That's kind of cool, I guess. But and they do work well. Even old ones, they work well. But it's not very big to get in and out of there. Like a lot of small sports cars, they're more difficult to get in and out of than a sedan or an SUV. Yeah, Dean Stevenson's Signal 30, 1959 documentary short film. Signal 30 is code for a fatality. When I took driver training, 1970 in high school, we had to watch Signal 30. They put that on a projector and you had to watch it. It's like that was supposed to teach you to drive safely and not end up in these horrible crashes with fatalities. And it showed, graphic fatalities. It was a pretty terrible movie. Highball Highway. Was that another one? I don't know. There were a couple of them we watched, but let me see what else I have in this folder. Oh, there's you know where that picture's from, Kim?
Yes.
You do? Where's it from?
Power Tour.
It's Power Tour 2 years ago. That's a 51 Fraser, the last year for the Frasers, and very rare car. And my friend Vern, his father worked at he had a Kaiser Fraser dealership, And that was their car growing up. It was just like that. It was a 51 Fraser. That was his family car growing up. What is this? Louise says,
Good
this
night,
is not
Mike.
this is not very nice. What is this? Who's leaving? I'm sorry. I'm lost, Kim.
Hey.
You're saying goodnight to people on a Senior and Sons. Okay. I get it. Because I was looking elsewhere.
Pitt says they drove like morons. Yeah, kids do that sometimes.
Arrow says the cool thing about the MG is the legroom. My roommate is 6'7" and drove a 75 T-Bird on a dare. He drove my MG and he was amazed that it had more room than his Big Bird. A 75 Thunderbird's a pretty good sized car. The MG first marriage, my mother-in-law she bought a brand new 78 MGB, and I drove it around a lot. And what a nice, fun car that was, you know. Okay, Daniel Morrissey, Kaiser Car Plant wasn't the huge Willow Run bomber plant in Michigan. That is correct. I remember that. That's what they bought, was they got that Willow Run bomber plant that Ford used. And then I guess they moved to Toledo. I'm really not sure.
To the Willys plant in Toledo, Ohio, he says.
Yeah, which ended up being, that's where they might still build the Jeeps there. It's Chrysler ended up at that plant.
Oh, I see.
I used to drive by it all the time, and it was there, you know. Okay, so this was Power Tour. Yeah, those guys drove by in that 51 Fraser. I couldn't believe it. Probably the only second one I've ever seen. And there it goes by in Power Tour. What is this? Oh, that's a Fraser. That's some picture I grabbed for something. Oh, there it is again. I grabbed a bunch of... Oh, I know what I did. I pulled it out of a video. Oops, and then I was back to the Henry J's. Okay, so now we're back to that. Now we're back to that. Oops. Can you bring up your screen until I can make sense out of what I'm doing again? At least we have a screen.
Ketchup flavored chips.
Yeah, and Danny Boyd
Mark
goes...
Sauvé.
Danny Boyd spells it like it's pronounced Willis, not Willys. But if you go to a place where people are showing old Jeeps, they'll all say Willys. And if you go to a place where they're showing the cars, they'll all say Willis. So, I don't know. It's one of those things. We've got a whole bunch more emails here. Okay, I'm going to bring back to... Oh, here we go, Kim. I'm going to bring back my screen. Maybe you can do that. That is a Roadster, obviously. But it's a Mazda, what do they call those things?
Miata?
Yeah, it's going to MX-5, but it's a Miata, I guess. And there's a kit called a Monster Miata, and you can put a small block Ford, I think a 351, and it's all the stuff to bolt it all together, and you're supposed to be able to do it in a weekend, they say. It probably take most people a few weeks, but it makes a hell of a car. If you can imagine a 351 Ford now, that's a small car. I don't know how well it handles. Oh, and they were talking about this before too. Is it TR7 or... Oh, my mouse just ran out of space. Oh, I crashed my mouse. Let me get this back under control. Okay. That's a TR7.
Yeah.
And then they made a one that looked just about like that. It was a TR8 and it had a V8 in it. It had a aluminum V8 in it.
That's a little car, too.
Yeah, you know, I've never driven one of those. They were all over the place. But I never serviced one. I never drove one. I got cheated. I drove most cars because I serviced just about everything back then. But yeah, Louis says mouse. You know what happened? There's a little ridge here on the table, and I was trying to move that picture over, and I ran the mouse while I'm holding the button down. I ran the mouse into the ridge. Then I couldn't move the mouse. It's like, I crashed my mouse. I couldn't get the picture where I wanted it, so I had to start over.
Yeah, the big three made it very difficult to run a car company. Outside of that, Pitt says maybe not to a lesser extent. How many manufacturers did Chrysler eat up? A bunch. AMC, Mercedes. They merged with Mercedes.
Oh, that was
They,
Mercedes merged
picked
with
up-
them and stole all their money and then dumped them. Is what happened.
Lovely.
Chrysler had a huge pile of cash, and then it was kind of a hostile takeover thing with Mercedes, and they called it a merger. And then when they spun Chrysler off, there's no cash left. Which really, I don't know. It's business, you know.
Cutter Down Garage says Sawzall. That's the way to make a roadster. Easiest way to get a roadster. Sawzall.
And then, let's see, what is this?
302 Ford
Oh.
Miata.
It says here VW
know what
Roadster,
that
but we all
means.
know what that is.
Oh, it's a Carmen Ghia.
Carmen Ghia. Those are fun. Those are fun cars to drive. And I like driving those, and I don't like driving the Beetles, but it's the same thing underneath. But it's just, you're sitting low and it's sporty, you know.
Sure.
And the ones with the hard tops look better. I don't like that big old boot back there. I think the convertibles don't look very good, but it makes it a roadster, I guess. What is this? I look up here, and we're talking about cars, but my eyes go right to Granddad's junk. Hard to beat potato chips in a sandwich covered with tomato sauce. Really? In a roadster?
They're talking about ketchup flavored potato chips and whatnot. Mexican Sex says that's a no go completely because the Mexican ketchup is terrible. And they're talking about dipping them in ketchup since you can't get the flavored ones.
What's
I
one of
don't
my
know.
What's one of my
Food.
favorite things?
They're getting hungry, you could tell. The
What's one-
natives are restless.
What's one of my favorite things to eat? Cottage cheese with ketchup on it.
Nah.
I like it. What do you think happened to that cottage cheese we just bought?
Is that where my ketchup went?
Did you notice the ketchup
You
had this?
cleaned it. I wondered.
It had
you
this
never
nasty mess. Yeah, I cleaned it.
You never eat ketchup except for cottage cheese.
So,
There you
and
go.
my joke about that is, you read what, and this isn't political. This is just talking about a guy, Richard Nixon. Now you can imagine how a president eats. They eat like these big banquets and whatever food they want, they get it. And Richard Nixon's favorite food was to go sit in an office by himself with cottage cheese with ketchup on it. It's probably something he ate when he was a kid, you know. So I always call it Nixon salad. So a couple of nights ago, I had some Nixon salad because I needed some more protein. So I got some cottage cheese and I put some ketchup on it.
Blue Grit Garage asked, was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? And I think that's a line from like Caddyshack or some crazy movie.
Yeah, Lester will savor. Nixon liked cottage cheese with ketchup. Yep. Cottage cheese, mandarin oranges. Never tried that, but that sounds good.
Well, we've definitely reached the
D-Man
weird
says-
hour.
Buff's pepperoni and onion sandwich. What's wrong with that? Okay, let's see what's next.
Do we have a lot more?
a couple more?
Okay.
I'm still pulling. Oh, I know what this is. This is the original Ford Mustang, which was a concept car, and it was a 2-seat roadster.
Does it have a 302?
Oh, they didn't have any 302s then. I don't know what. Does anybody know what this car had? They built this in '62, and it was
62?
and this was before any of the Mustangs came out. This was the Mustang.
Predecessor to the Mustang?
Yeah, it was not a production car.
concept?
It was a concept car. They went out,
Oh.
showed it and stuff.
Yikes.
Greenbird says, for a diabetic, ketchup is no good because it has loads of corn syrup. You're right. You got to be careful how much of that you use. And I keep it to a minimum, but I still like it. Although my blood sugar right now is 93, so I don't know. Greenbird said it was a 260. They did have 260s in '62, but it would have been, was that in the back? Was it a mid-engine car? I mean, it has that look, but I don't know if that was a scoop for just looks, and I have no idea where the engine was on that thing. Cutter Down says outboard Merc engine. Really? Oh, and Dean Stevenson said it was a 60-degree Cologne V4. Oh, it could have been one of those V4s. There's room for that. In the Mustang after the fighter. I got too much. That's an airplane I know too much about.
Good night, Luis.
Luis taking off?
Yeah.
Mustang concept had a V4. Yeah, that's what Danny Boyd says. It must have been. Okay, he's taking off. I almost can't read this fast. We have had Smith's chips here since very early 80s. In the 70s, Smith's was the only brand we had. This is very good. Oh, okay. Do they call them chips there, or is chips like fries, like in England? Everybody's saying 4-cylinder. Yeah, it must be. Use more corn syrup, please. You know, you have to look at ketchup and see what they do use for a sweetener, and most of them do use corn syrup. Just got split screen ad. Oh, really?
Oh, I've been seeing they do that. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet because I have the premium. Maybe I should get rid of premium so I can see what the ads are.
You should, yeah. Save some money.
No grill in the front, so possibly, yeah. Where would you put the radiator? Is there a little scoop underneath?
On the sides.
Nope. Yeah,
Look
it's got to be a mid-engine in the back.
Well.
Cutter Down says a boat car.
A lot of water would go in the sides.
Oh, and Barracuda says we say chips for both. Oh, okay. Chips is Ponch and John. Yeah, that's a CHP is California Highway Patrol, and they call the show Chips. And then Braden sent in more. Let's see what Braden sent in. Oh, a ton of pictures. Braden, you said.
Well, you don't have to show them all. Pick some ones you like.
So many pictures.
Because some of those look like repeats.
They are, and they're these big long pictures. I'm just gonna download a few of them that look like there's something that
Cordoba says the problem with corn syrup is messes up blood sugar worse than just sugar. Diabetics should avoid it.
Who said this?
Lean Burn Cordoba.
Yeah, I'm careful with it, but I watch my blood sugar carefully, and
they sell the ketchup without corn syrup at the grocery store.
And I don't eat much of it.
And it's not even that much more expensive. I think it's actually the same price. It's just a smaller bottle.
It's not like I eat a bowl of ketchup. I put a little ketchup on the cottage cheese. You know.
I've seen people that really sauce up their like French fries with more. You know, they like scoop them up. When I was young, maybe, but I don't have the taste for all that salt and vinegar and sugar anymore.
These are all these big, long pictures.
John Baker has some great interviews on YouTube. Who's John Baker? Tell me.
John Baker played one of the... Oops, I just messed up. I'll get it back. John Baker was a guy who played a highway patrolman on a show called Chips.
Oh, I remember Chips, yeah.
Okay. What is that? A BMW Roadster.
They would ride on those motorcycles.
They rode on motorcycles. These are really hard pictures to show because they're...
You're not working very good?
Well, they're... What is that? I don't know.
That one is... I don't know.
A Jaguar Roadster. That's a newer one. I haven't been in one of those. Most of the new cars I haven't driven. Yeah, Larry Wilcox was his name. You're right. Greenberg says, I agree. Corn syrup is poison. Well, I know. And I try to avoid it. But occasionally I eat something with some corn syrup in it. And I do watch my blood sugar. And it used to be... I just was at the doctor. I was telling everybody this a little bit ago. And they looked at they're going over my lab work, and they said, your blood sugar is a little bit high. It's 93. I go, 93? What's wrong with that? I said, man, for a good portion of my life, I was having trouble keeping it under 160. And she goes, oh, this is good then. I go, yeah, if it's 90 to 93 in there, I am really happy because they tell me they want to have see a diabetic with under 100, and if I'm and my A1C is down in the fives, I'm pretty happy. And ketchup wasn't always made from tomatoes. The original was fish sauce and vinegar based. Really? Sounds revolting. And this is why I brought up these pictures, because I like this thing. This is I think it's a Sunbeam Alpine, but it could be a Tiger. And the difference is the Alpine had a little four-cylinder engine in it, and the Tiger had a Ford V8 in it. Oh. And what's weird is Chrysler bought out that company, and then they sold them in Chrysler dealers and had a Ford engine in it, which is kind of strange. Let's see. Pitt says, this week the European Commission approved the first medication proven effective for type 1 diabetes. Well, I don't know what that is. And I'm a type 2 diabetic. I've had friends that are type 1. Of course, diabetics you start to learn who's diabetic and you get to know each other. But I got a real good friend that's type 1 diabetic. So he's been a diabetic since he's a little kid. See, Lindbergh, 350 is high. 350 is high. What's that? For sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. When I was really sick and had pancreatitis, I was in the hospital and my blood sugar was 800, And I remember they had me laying there and there was like a whole bunch of people working on me. Got IVs in both arms and it was a crazy scene, because I ended up in hospital with pancreatitis. And somebody said his blood sugar's 800. I go, well, what's it supposed to be? and they're like, shut up, they're working on me. And my wife at the time is standing there, and they got a tube down. It is just a huge one of these things. You look like, what you look like in an emergency room. And she started crying, and I asked her afterwards, why were you crying? She goes, I thought you were going to die. She's a nurse, and she goes, I thought you were going to die. But I got through it.
Tavo says the main ingredient in tomato sauce down here is apple pulp. I'm not surprised, actually.
They're talking a lot about Larry Wilcox had a show called Ray Bradbury Theater. I think that's the name, which was filmed in New Zealand. Okay. Eric Estrada starred in UK. I'm supposed to read the person. Dean Stevenson says, Eric Estrada starred in a UK gang movie. He was great. I wonder what he did for kicks in England. I thought mostly after Chips, I thought he was an actor that mostly worked in Mexico, but I'm not sure. Pancreatitis is from drinking? No, pancreatitis is where your pancreas gets infected.
Pancreatitis can be caused by drinking.
But
absolutely. But it wasn't in his case. No, there's other things, probably from his sugar being so high. I was not much of a drinker. And his diet being trash.
The night that I really started feeling pains was I had a big old bunch of mashed potatoes. And I remember that. And, then it was several days of all this pain. And finally, I went to the hospital. And it was, it was bad. It was my pancreas was infected. And it was, some people die from it. But they got massive quantities of antibiotics and IVs trying to get my electrolytes up and everything, and she finally healed up. It was really bad time. Oh, Mexican Spec says what really shocked me the most is Eric Estrada is a real cop now. Isn't he getting kind of old? He's older than I am, isn't he? And some apple cider. I don't know what that's about. Or a Birkin. Larry Wilcox saved Eric Estrada's life after he crashed his Kawasaki. Really? Very good. And then Eric stabbed him in the back. Oh. Dean Stevens says he's Puerto Rican. Yeah, but I thought he worked as an actor in Mexico after Chips, but I'm not sure. Can you look him up? Just look him up like on Wikipedia or something.
Yeah.
No?
Who?
Eric Estrada. I'm curious how old he is. If you look him up on Wikipedia, it'll probably come up with his age and everything. Eric Estrada and Dean Kane both became deputy sheriffs just north of me. And
He's 76.
oh yeah, he's 5 years older than me, so he's probably not a cop now. I bet he didn't speak it with a heavy accent. Mexican Spec. What's this? Oh, Mexican Spec says he did do soap operas here in Mexico. That's what I thought he did. He had to learn Spanish for that. Oh, okay. He was from Puerto Rico and he had to learn Spanish. Uh, I got friends, real good friends from Puerto Rico that I worked with. They're pilots that I worked with out at the test site, and they, of course, they feel at home in Mexico, but their Spanish is different. You know, it's probably like an American talking to somebody from England. You know, they what I hear is they say that the Puerto Ricans speak too quickly, and I don't know. I go hang out in Mexico with somebody from Puerto Rico, and they're just fine. You know. Eric Estrada, Dean Kane both became deputy sheriffs just north of. Okay, I already read that. Just here in southeast Idaho. Okay.
Pitt says, when I got mono, my grandma and I really got into some soap operas together. I was 12. That's an amusing memory.
Yeah, and Danny Boyd says Eric Estrada got to be 70, 75. Yeah, we just looked. He's 76. Yeah, he's.
D-Man says the sunbeams are crazy rare.
Oh,
I
Sunbeam
would think
Tiger.
by now, yeah.
Sunbeam Tiger, yeah. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Buddy Carafano. Oh, he looked up a 78 MGB. Here we go. Yeah, the one I drove around was red, but it looked just like that. A lot of people don't like the big bumpers, but you know the ones with the big bumpers also had a really nice dash. And I didn't care about the bumpers at all. And I drove that around, I don't know, I probably put several hundred miles on it. And with the top down, and it's a nice little top, manual top. You just pull it down and it's just nice. Just a fun car to drive. And it has 3 windshield wipers. Because the windshield's wide and short this way, it's got 3 wipers. Buff, what is your favorite oldie from the classic era? Oldie. What are you talking about? Like music?
Music.
Oh, because they're talking about Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Pitt's
From the
Night
oldie
corrects me, grandpa, not grandma. I don't know how I misread that, but I did misread it.
What is... I don't know what the classic era is.
Several people say these are really great cars, and people wanted them.
Oh, I like MGBs. And before she bought that car, I didn't want any kind of British cars at all because they're a pain in the ass. But these really aren't. They're a simple engine, they're simple transmission. Everything about them was simple, and they were fun to drive. And I wouldn't mind having one now. And I look at them, but they're old, and so you know what you get. They're
Other people's problems.
they're a project, you know.
Big time, yeah.
It was possible to convert to the old bumpers, as I recall. Yeah, but I like these. I don't know why I like these. I think these look kind of good. They slope the right direction, and I don't know. I kind of like them. And the one that she had was bright red, and the red and the black go good together. Yeah, I don't know. 87 Leland was crappy quality, though. By late 70s, Leyland was crappy quality, though. The problem she had with that, over and over and over and over, was cracked exhaust manifolds. And because that's considered as an emission equipment, they had to replace it for free for the first 100,000 miles. Well, she never got 100,000 miles on that car. So she had exhaust manifold after exhaust manifold after exhaust manifold put on it. So I think if I had one of those, I'd put a header on it, you know, just so I didn't have to worry about all the repairs. But just me. John Baker had a nice Chevy pickup truck. You know, I think I remember that. Oh, 55 through 65 is classic. Classic music from 55 to 65? Man. I don't know. That era is kind, 65 is beginning of the Rolling Stones with Satisfaction. That was really good in 65. 65, I was 11 years old. So, I don't know. Before that, there's the Beach Boys and things like that. But back before that, I was kind of young. Don't know. I guess I've listened to it since then. My MGB was red as well. And the first year with the Nader bumpers. Okay, that's exactly what she had. Hers is a 78. I don't know what year was the first one with those bumpers. I really don't know. But oh, sorry, Kim, but Grandpa was the funny part.
Yeah, Pitt says he would go home and try to tell Grandma what we watched, and she decided we shouldn't be left alone to our own devices anymore. Oops.
Dean Stevenson said MGBs had Austin Marine exhaust systems, which were furnished from Canada. Man, I don't know I know that car was back at the dealer over and over and over and over getting new exhaust manifolds put on it, or exhaust manifold because they crack.
Tavo doesn't like the side markers. He thinks it ruins that MGB.
What are you going to do? We're in the USA. They said cars had to have side markers starting in 68.
Vero says if you own one, ditch the manifold for headers and the Lucas Carb Fiasco.
Buddy Carfano sent this in. And you know what that is?
Ford, Fairmont.
Yeah, that's a Futura. But it says first Fox body. But mine's first Fox body, but it was the Mercury version. I drove it today. I got my car. It's a big deal now because I don't drive much. I got my car, drove to the store. I said, Kim, I'm going to the grocery store. You want anything? She goes, no. She goes, why are you going? We just went. I said, yeah, but I eat vegetables, fresh vegetables, and we got to eat them quickly because you keep fresh vegetables around, they go bad pretty quickly. So you don't buy a lot. I eat them up, and I wanted to go get some lettuce and maybe some cabbage and some tomatoes. I like these little Roma tomatoes. So that's what I went and got. Drove my car. It was fun. I know. That didn't used to be a big deal for me to go to the grocery store. Now it's fun. Dennis Murphy. Who is this? Who is this? What did I write?
They're talking about music. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Rolling Stones.
Oh, the
Dylan went electric. Yeah. There was a lot of good music at that time. It shows because I know that music, even though it was before my time. It was classic rock.
Pitt says, I love the Stones. Okay, 1965, I was 11. We were in California. We moved to South Dakota. We drove there and just drove across the country in a Chevy van full of like everything we we're going to need. 5 of us in that thing. And we stopped in a restaurant somewhere and they had the jukebox. Because that's what they had at all the little restaurants. It was before all the chain store kind of restaurants. Just some local restaurant. And I said to my father, I was over there looking at the jukebox. I come back and I want a quarter or whatever it is to play a song. Maybe it was a dime, I don't know. And so I wanted to play a song and begged and begged and begged. And he gave me whatever it was, whatever the coin was. I went over there. I played Satisfaction, Rolling Stones. And I just loved that song. And after it was over, I wanted to play it again. And he's like, no, you heard it. You're done. But I remember, I just had to hear that because I liked it. Oh, this is D-Man. D-Man, more pictures. Okay, I'm going to download some pictures from him. What did somebody say about... I saw something about my cough drops.
Daniel Morrissey asked if they were the Ricola cough drops.
They are sugar-free, but they are the...
we get them at Walmart.
They're the Walmart brand. Yeah, they're just a Walmart brand cough drops, sugar-free cough drops.
Tavo says, but they're so big and ugly. A little more discreet would have been nice. Yeah, they really didn't.
Well, my favorite, I was
Could have
going
made
to
better
reach
ones.
for them. They're not here. Oh, they're over there. My favorite side marker lights,
But these were only in 68, and then they had to go with bigger ones because the
68
rules.
Chrysler products. You know what would have looked good? Like 3 of these in a row, right at the front and the rear of the
Oh,
car.
that would have, yeah.
I want to draw those, and for some reason my computer won't work. Now I got to crawl into the desk, and
Oh, that's right.
and I
You're
haven't
trying
done
to
it.
open up CAD.
I haven't. I'm trying to open up my.
What are we doing next week?
Um, yeah. Who wants to have a suggestion for next week? I'm sorry, I got all carried away with the pictures. What do we got here? Oops. What is this? I don't know. I messed up. I'm having trouble working everything. Where is it? It's more.
You
What
going the
did I
wrong
do?
direction? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. That is that's like that one that
Bad Chad.
Bad Chad, but he designed
A
actually
Bugatti.
the Bugatti hit the proportions on his actually I think are better than the original one.
Hmm.
D-Man says oddballs week. I'm trying to get through this. That's Mazda Miata. Okay, what's this one? Can you shrink us down?
That's a Nova.
This was sent in by
Nova.
D-Man, I think. I think D-Man, you sent this in? D-Man sent this in.
The three lights would look like the Buick portholes. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I'd want them closer together than that. But yeah, you got the idea. But they'd be up front. But still, just one at the front and the rear. I think that's the best looking side marker light ever were the 68 Chrysler products. Okay, what is this?
That is a Plymouth
Volare.
Volare.
But it's like somebody's car. This is like D-Man's cars. Are these your cars?
Yeah, that's a picture from the 80s or something.
Barrow says Mordor week.
My friend's car.
We're gonna do. Oh, look at that. That does look good.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
those wheels and those tires look good on it.
Yeah, it looks sporty. Absolutely.
What is this? 49 DAF Domberg bus featuring innovative drawer-style engine bay. Oh, look at that. I saw this somewhere like 50 years ago or something. I remember this. You could slide the entire engine out for maintenance. This Dutch bus was a rare example of engineering put serviceability first.
How did they deal with the drive shaft?
Maybe it slipped together? I don't know. That is really cool.
Yeah, that'd be a lot easier than any other.
Especially on a bus where everything's so inaccessible.
Wow.
Yeah, the U.S. version of the Mexican Super Bee.
Bear Rose says those 5-on-4 slots. I don't know what he's referring to.
Those are those wheels on that Chrysler product. Something's in my eye.
No,
again.
by then it would have been 5-on-4 now. 5-on-4? No, the Volare said 5-on-5.
Frontal accident. Did the engine go flying? I don't know what this is for. D-Man sent it in.
I mean, you would hope it had some kind of latching. That is an antique skid loader. Bulldozer.
It's a bulldozer.
Tractor.
Buses just suck. Hats off to bus techs. I want to go back to that bus. Yeah, that's something. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the car that we were talking about. I think that's what he was talking about, the slots. Maybe it was the one before that.
Hi,
Oh, it was the
Wendy.
one before that. It was that one. Okay, so Yeah, we've been going and going and going. And it's getting late. How about next week? Somebody suggested more doors, which I guess means 4 doors or more. Um, the man, 4-door cars. I don't know. Be interesting. Oh, the Volare.
Yeah, that'd be a road runner. That's right.
Well, this one has slots. This one does not. This one has the wheels like my car.
Oh yeah, I forget what they're called.
D-Man says 4-door week. Somebody said oddballs. I don't know. Since we didn't see many of these buses on the road, I imagine it was not that serviceable. Well, I think it was, probably wasn't in North America. Hey, the topic for next week, doodlebugs, farm-built equipment out of vehicles. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. I saw a guy make a Pinto, little Pinto, the original Pinto, not the wagon, the little coupe or whatever they called it. Made it into a lawnmower. Had a thing out the side of it going. It was a piece of crap, but it mowed really well. Oh, Patrick's here. Look at the background of the unique tractor thing. Okay. Let's see if I can get back to that. Okay, what's in the background? Something back there with a steering wheel on it.
That's a tractor.
Man. Okay. Homemade tractor with a Chevy V6. Oh, I see. Yeah, look at the engine back there. The homemade tractor. With tire chains. Okay, Buddy Carfano says 4-door. Kim's car is a thumbnail. We can do that. We have 4-door cars around here. Well, one of them's no longer 4-door because we welded the door shut. It's a pickup truck now. Ford Tempo, remember those? Yeah, sadly, I remember those. God, my youngest son, when he was like 5, 6, 7 years old, he just loved it. It was second gen Ford Tempos. He loved those things. He every time he saw one, he goes, "That's my favorite car. That's my favorite car." It was a second generation Ford Tempo. We'll cover that next week. Okay, 4 doors. We're gonna do 4 doors.
Sure, yeah.
4 doors. Can you click out of the yellow thing for me, please? Okay, and Daniel Moore says good night. Okay, so it's getting late. We got to get out of here. So, with that.
Oh, do the closing stuff?
Do the closing stuff.
Thank you to our moderators, Barrows and Mexican Spec. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us for 2.5 hours. We're going to do the 8 o'clock time again. It seemed like we had decent success with that.
What's Mexican Spec says the Tempo is a continuation of your car, Buff? No, it's not. It wasn't a Fox body. Wasn't it a front driver?
Yeah.
It was like, ugh. Anyway, yeah. Go ahead with your close-up.
We will be in the shop on Thursday, starting probably around 10 o'clock. And in the shop on Saturday, probably at 9 p.m.
Depending on the coldness.
So if you want more, but we won't have the green screen and a picture show, we'll just be getting some work done maybe on that car of ours. And we really enjoyed. Thank you to everyone who sent in pictures. Be sure to send in pictures for next week, your very favorited more-door car. And
I see. Mexican Spec says it took over from the Tempo took over from the Fairmont. Yeah, but they were nothing alike.
Nothing alike.
Maybe the same price point. I don't know.
I'm sorry if we were not able to get to your comment or if we missed something. There was a lot, but we appreciate that there's so much interaction, and we hope that we're able to reach you next time. Have a good week, a good night. Stay warm. Be careful in the bad weather if it hits before then. I heard we're supposed to get snow maybe this weekend. Ooh.
I don't know. People are getting tired. Let's get out of here.
All right already. Thanks, everybody.
I don't want to keep going. I don't want to hit Kim in the mouth with this hand. So
He had caffeine, you could tell.
no,
Thanks, everybody. You've made it to the end.
I'm watching everybody drop
I
off.
award you all 3 additional points.